Happy St. Patrick's Day. I do want to do a disclaimer that I had once again tried to mess with the Fuller's Earth to create kind of a cracked texture. By the time I was further into the makeup, it just wasn't built up enough. It wasn't really giving the texture I wanted. So that is what's on my arms in the beginning of the video. Just kind of ignore that. Eventually, I do want to do a makeup look playing with the textures that Fuller Earth can give you. But till then, glue those eyebrows down and take Mehron Paradise Paint and Storm Cloud for the base. Back to the palette, spatter some white and black all over, layering the colors to get some stone texture. Skin Illustrator Black and a natural sea sponge to stamp texture on the head and neck. Finish this with a spatter of black to break up the stamp textures. Mehron Edge in black in the airbrush and add contouring to the face and chest. Mehron Starblend in black, create the swirl carved pattern on the side. It's okay if it's a little messy and not really sharp. This is going to be part of the shading anyway. Put some black Mehron in airbrush and widen the shadows along the design. Apply Mehron Edge in black with a detail brush for the center of the design. And spatter some of that black all over once it's finished. Grab a larger brush and start creating the crack texture. Paint some large cracks, then different size pieces breaking away from the main area, continuing some of the cracking out from that area, and playing with some different thicknesses. Also added some cracking to the swirl side. Lighter on this side, since I didn't want to overwhelm the design. Mehron Edge in white, let's pop some highlights around the cracks, making them blotchy to give them an effect that the surface isn't smooth. Add some larger highlights over the collarbone. Mehron Paradise Paint palette again, grab the dark green, using a Craze Effects petal brush, stamp the clover leaves, and adding them over the stone area so they look like they're bursting from the cracks. And did add some 4-leaf ones, just for a little fun detail. A little of the black in the center to give some separation between the leaves. Mehron in lime to create ones over top the darker green, giving the illusion that they're sitting on top. Decided to do some in Mehron Amazon Green. Had I thought ahead, I would have done this color before the lime, so just making sure I don't put it anywhere where it overlaps the brighter green. Use the black to define the centers a little bit. Mehron Edge in white, add some few tiny highlights on the edge of the clover and along the black area in the centers. Now Mehron black and outline all the clovers, and using a really thin brush for this. Now let's finish the face. Airbrush black Skin Illustrator in the inner corners of the eyes and bump up any contour areas. Take some Mehron Edge in white to brighten some of the high points. KVD Beauty Super Pomade in Graphite under the eyes and in the outer portions of the upper lid. The Collective Cosmetics in Carnation Tribe Eyeshadow on the upper lid. Then added some freckling by spattering some black Mehron Edge and applying some by hand. Mehron Metallic Powder in gold and the mixing liquid. Use a natural sea sponge to stamp texture along the neck and down the shoulders. The Collective Cosmetics Lip Taffeta in Fulton on the lips. Extended the corners of the mouth with NYX Cosmetics Epic Ink Eyeliner Pen. And added some matte white pigment around the outer edges of the lips and any other highlight points. Once the Scleras are in, clean up around the eyes. Took some more Mehron Gold mixture and created a winged eye, and added a stripe across the face. Not nerve-wracking at all. Just be confident and paint those lines. Add some green lashes, put a gold line down the center of the lower lip, took a stipple brush and added some gold textures down the bottom of the eye. The Collective Cosmetics Polaris Eyeshadow for some highlighter on the high points of the face. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, and I'll see you next time.